Welcome back to Viral Lens Report, where football's biggest stories come to life. From shocking moments and breaking news to the latest reactions from the world's biggest stars, we bring you the stories every football fan needs to know. So, subscribe now, turn on notifications, and let's get straight into today's football story. Imagine walking into a football academy and seeing three boys chasing the same dream. Three brothers. Three Messi jerseys. Three futures that could one day collide on football's biggest stage. It sounds almost impossible. Yet according to the story surrounding Lionel Messi's family, that possibility is becoming one of football's most fascinating conversations. Right now, Thiago, Mateo, and Ciro Messi are all developing inside Inter Miami's academy. While they are still years away from professional football, their presence at the same academy has already sparked a remarkable question among football supporters across the world. Could all three sons of Lionel Messi one day represent Argentina together at a FIFA World Cup? For most football families, producing one international player is an extraordinary achievement. Producing two is almost unheard of. Producing three brothers who could wear Argentina's famous sky blue and white shirt at the same World Cup would be one of the greatest family stories football has ever witnessed. But before anyone starts imagining the 2034 World Cup, there is a much bigger story to understand. Because carrying the Messi name may open doors, it does not guarantee success. For nearly 2 decades, Lionel Messi carried the hopes of an entire nation. He won almost everything football had to offer. Champions League titles, Ballon d'Or awards,
Copa América Glory,
and finally, the FIFA World Cup. His achievements transformed him from a football superstar into a global icon whose influence reached far beyond the sport itself. But every legendary career eventually reaches its final chapter. Following Argentina's 2026 World Cup campaign, many supporters began asking the same question. Who comes next? Who will carry Argentine football into the future once Lionel Messi finally walks away from the international stage? No one truly knows the answer. But one possibility continues to capture the imagination of football fans around the world. Not one Messi. 3. According to the growing discussion surrounding Argentina's future, the 2034 FIFA World Cup represents the first realistic opportunity where all three Messi brothers could potentially be old enough to play together. It sounds almost unbelievable, but the mathematics make the conversation possible. By 2034, Thiago Messi would reportedly be 22 years old, Mateo would be 19, and Ciro, the youngest brother, would be just 16.
Young.
Inexperienced, but not impossibly young by modern football standards. Football has witnessed teenagers shine on the biggest stages before, yet numbers alone cannot create history. Talent still has to be earned. The oldest of the three brothers, Thiago Messi, has quietly become the center of attention among youth football observers. Born in Barcelona in 2012, Thiago has spent much of his childhood growing up around the greatest footballers of his generation. Unlike many children raised in the spotlight, reports suggest Thiago has developed into a calm, intelligent footballer who allows his decisions to speak louder than his personality. He is not known for unnecessary tricks. He rarely forces spectacular moments. Instead, he reportedly controls the rhythm of matches through intelligent passing, excellent vision, and impressive composure under pressure. Some players entertain the crowd. Others control the game. Thiago appears to belong to the second category.
Tuesday, Thursday,
Coaches
and Saturday.
have reportedly praised his understanding of space,
so you
his
never miss an
awareness of
update.
teammates, and his ability to create opportunities before defenders even recognize the danger. These qualities are often the hardest to teach. Speed can improve. Strength can develop. But football intelligence, that is something much rarer. His development has already produced encouraging signs. According to reports, Thiago helped an Inter Miami youth side win a prestigious European youth tournament, drawing increasing attention from coaches and scouts following his progress. Although he was born in Spain and remains eligible to represent the Spanish national team, everything surrounding the family has consistently suggested that his international future is expected to be with Argentina. For many supporters, that decision carries enormous emotional significance. It represents the continuation of a family legacy that has become deeply connected with Argentine football history. But Thiago is only one part of the story. His younger brother Mateo has developed a reputation that could not be more different. Where Thiago is described as patient, Mateo reportedly loves chaos. Born in 2015, Mateo has become known for his fearless personality, both on and off the football pitch. According to those who have watched his development, he attacks defenders without hesitation, constantly looking to drive forward and create danger. If Thiago prefers controlling matches, Mateo reportedly enjoys changing them. His aggressive style has even led some observers to compare aspects of his mentality with former Barcelona striker Luis Suarez. Not because he copies Suarez, but because of the determination, intensity, and relentless desire to challenge defenders every time he receives possession. Every football team needs balance. One player creates, another attacks. One controls possession, another takes risks. Perhaps that contrast between the brothers is exactly what makes their story so fascinating. Then there is the youngest member of the family,
Ciro Messi.
Born in 2018, Ciro remains at the very beginning of his football education. At his age, predicting future positions, strengths, or playing styles would be little more than guesswork. Children develop differently. Some grow rapidly. Others discover their best football much later. The documentary surrounding the brothers emphasizes an important point. Judging an 8-year-old footballer is unrealistic. Talent at that age is only the beginning. The real journey has barely started. History also offers an important lesson. Football dynasties may capture headlines, but famous surnames have never guaranteed successful careers. The sport is filled with sons of legendary players who entered academies carrying enormous expectations but never reached the same heights as their fathers. Opportunity can be inherited. Greatness cannot. Every generation must earn its own place. Still, it would be impossible to ignore the advantages the Messi brothers possess. Growing up surrounded by elite coaching, training inside world-class facilities, receiving guidance from experienced professionals, learning directly from one of football's greatest players. These are opportunities that very few young footballers will ever experience. But advantages only create possibilities. They never guarantee outcomes. Every young player still faces the same obstacles: injuries, competition, physical development, mental resilience, confidence, consistency.
We post new videos
pressure.
every Tuesday,
Thousands
Thursday,
of
and
talented
Saturday.
teenagers dream
Subscribe
of
and
becoming
turn on
professional
notifications so you
footballers
never miss
every
an
year.
update.
Only a tiny percentage succeed. The Messi surname may attract attention from scouts, but it cannot score goals. It cannot complete passes. It cannot win matches. Eventually, every player is judged by the same standard: performance. If the three brothers are ever to stand together wearing Argentina's national jersey, they must first build careers worthy of that opportunity. Not because of their father, but because of themselves. The road to the 2034 World Cup remains incredibly long. Countless challenges still lie ahead. Every season will test their commitment. Every setback will challenge their confidence. Every success will bring even greater expectations. Yet perhaps that is what makes this story so compelling. It is not simply about Lionel Messi's children. It is about three young footballers attempting to write their own history while carrying one of the most famous names the sport has ever known. And maybe, just maybe, football is preparing to witness something it has never seen before. Three brothers, one family, one nation, one World Cup. Whether that dream becomes reality remains impossible to predict. But if even one of Lionel Messi's sons eventually represents Argentina, it will mark the beginning of a new chapter in one of football's greatest family legacies. If all three somehow achieve that dream together, it would become one of the most extraordinary stories the beautiful game has ever produced. Because in the end, the greatest legacy these brothers can inherit is not the Messi name itself. It is the opportunity to create names of their own, through talent, through sacrifice, through determination, and through earning their place in Argentina's football history, not as Lionel Messi's sons, but as footballers who proved they belonged.
We post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update.